Welcome to Abhyaas Lawprep. Today we are going to discuss the most important current affairs topic. It is called no confidence motion, and we are preparing it for CLAT 2024. So we need to know how to approach this topic, what to skip and what to read. So let's start our discussion regarding this because it is directed towards the central government. So there is a high possibility of asking a question, a passage on this particular topic. So let's start our discussion. The no confidence motion. So first, what exactly is no confidence motion? So it is saying that it is a motion which is directed against the government by opposition parties, or any person can move this motion who lost the faith on the government. So it is saying that as government, because you can form a government when there is a majority of MP support. So if this motion is success, if majority of the people support this motion, there is a possibility of resignation by the government. So let us start the discussion. So recently, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla has accepted a motion which is passed by opposition party MP called Gaurav Gogoi, who is a part of India Alliance. As we know, some opposition parties came together and they formed a group that is called India Alliance, and it is directed against the government. So who can form this motion? Any MP who has a support of 50 MPs, they can move this motion only in Lok Sabha. Why only in Lok Sabha? Why not in Rajya Sabha? Because you can form the government when you have a majority in Lok Sabha, irrespective of the majority in Rajya Sabha. So the government will be formed only when there is a majority in Lok Sabha. That's why if you lost the faith on the government, that means you have to pass this motion only in the Lok Sabha. So anyone who has the support of the MPs, they can move this motion. So what is this motion? So what are the rules of this motion? Whether it was mentioned in the constitution or not? See, the constitution doesn't talk anything about confidence or no confidence motion. Doesn't say anything about it. Then on what basis opposition moved this? It is as per rule 198 of the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha will be having some rules for discussing debates, everything in the session. So as per the rule 198, opposition uses this tactic. And it is in lines with Article 75 Clause 3. As per this article, the Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to Lok Sabha. That means even if any minister did wrong, the remaining ministers also has to take responsibility of this wrongdoing. That means, so based on these two, as per Rule 198, as per Article 75.3, opposition party felt that Prime Minister lost the faith, the government lost the faith, government lost support to the people, so they moved this to prove that opposition has more majority than the government. So if after passing this motion, they will debate in the parliament, so Prime Minister and the government side, ministers have to give explanation, and opposition parties have to prove that government is wrong. After completion of these debates, Lok Sabha will sit for voting. If majority of the people supports for opposition, then that means no confidence motion is a success. If majority of the MPs supports the government, then no confidence motion is a failure. That means if the opposition party moves this, we call as a no confidence motion. If the government herself passes, we call as a confidence motion. So sometimes government will also pass this to prove that it has the majority. That is called confidence motion. If the opposition party moves that, we call it as a no confidence motion. And this is about the issue, and whether it is a success or failure, as we know, still government is running. That means the no confidence motion is a failure. That means opposition lost the voting, government won the voting. So majority of the votes polled in favor of the government. If government got less votes, definitely it has to resign. So what are the other things you need to know regarding whether Earlier, is there any no confidence motion or not? As we know, 27 times no confidence motions introduced in the parliament. Most of the no confidence motions, first no confidence motion is on Jawaharlal Nehru during 1963 after 1960 Indo-China War. So after Indo-China War, opposition moved this no confidence motion on the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. That is the first time where no confidence motion introduced. After that, we have 27 no confidence motion still did. The latest no confidence motion was in 2018 and now. You need to know on which Prime Minister more number of no confidence motions was passed. So comment, give that answer in the comment section, and you need to know who were those Prime Ministers who lost this no confidence motion. Some Prime Ministers, earlier there were instances the Prime Ministers resigned in this no confidence motion, and there is also an instance where the Prime Minister lost confidence motion. So you comment that in the comment section. So when you have a doubt, you can always reach out to Abhyaas Lawprep. We will place the details in the description section. So be thorough with your preparation. All the best. Thank you.